SAVE Act controversy. Could it make voting harder for married women? The Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, recently passed by the House of Representatives, aims to implement major reforms to voter registration in the United States. At its core, the legislation requires all American citizens registering to vote or updating their registration to present documentary proof of U.S. citizenship in person. According to the legislation, acceptable documents would include birth certificates, U.S. passports, naturalization paperwork, and certain versions of the Real ID that specifically indicate citizenship status. This represents a significant shift from current registration practices across the country. The controversy centers around how this legislation might affect married women who have changed their surnames. According to analysis from the Center for American Progress, approximately 84% of women who marry change their last names, meaning as many as 69 million American women do not have birth certificates with their current legal names. This creates a potential obstacle. As their primary proof of citizenship, their birth certificate no longer matches their current legal identity. Meanwhile, more than half of Americans don't possess a passport, which could serve as an alternative form of documentation. Legal experts suggest that while states could potentially allow secondary documents like marriage certificates or legal name change decrees to resolve this discrepancy, this solution might not be universally effective. Tracy Thomas, a professor of constitutional law at the University of Akron who teaches voting rights, pointed out that court decrees for name changes are uncommon since they're generally not required for married individuals. And while marriage certificates are more commonly issued, obtaining one could be particularly challenging for women who have been married for many years and may no longer have ready access to their certificate. Another concern raised by experts is that the SAVE Act's implementation could vary significantly across different jurisdictions, potentially creating a patchwork of requirements that might confuse voters. Rural Americans could face particular challenges if the legislation passes, as they might need to travel significant distances to register or update their voter information in person. A report from the Center for American Progress suggests the SAVE Act would particularly impact rural residents who currently rely on mail or online registration options. It would effectively eliminate online voter registration, which 42 states currently offer and which 8 million Americans used in the 2022 election cycle. Mail-in registration applications would no longer be sufficient, as voters would still need to appear in person with documentation.